Welcome to Weydii 252. I'm your host, Shamad Hashi. Thank you for tuning in, and today's news headlines are: President Hassan Sheikh arrives in Addis Ababa for UN Global Food Security Summit. Fighting erupts again in Dhahar between federal government and Jubaland forces. Somali opposition party condemns clashes in Garowe, accusing federal government of escalation. Dhahar clan elders urge Somalia's interior minister to remain neutral in SSC Khaatumo administration process. Minister of Women meets with UN Women delegation to strengthen partnership. 53 killed in Gaza despite Israel's announcement of pause in fighting. Good evening and welcome to the news. First tonight, President Hassan Sheikh Mohamud has arrived in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, to participate in the United Nations Global Food Security Summit. The high-level forum brings together world and regional leaders to discuss urgent solutions to the global food crisis. During his stay, President Hassan Sheikh Mohamud is also scheduled to meet with Ethiopian Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed to discuss bilateral relations and exchange views on the prevailing situation in the Horn of Africa. Fresh clashes have broken out once again in the town of Dhahar, located in Garowe region, with reports indicating the civilian homes have been damaged in the ongoing fighting. The renewed violence has raised fears among local residents as heavy weaponry was reportedly used in densely populated areas. The clashes follow a recent rise in tensions between the federal government of Somalia and the Jubaland administration, both which claim authority over the region. Local sources reported civilian displacement and property destruction, though casualty figures remain unclear. Residents have called for urgent intervention to prevent further harm and protect non-combatants. The situation remains tense as both sides reinforce their positions and concerns grow over the potential for a broader escalation. The Himilo National Party, led by ex-President Sheikh Sharif Sheikh Ahmed, has condemned recent clashes in Dhahar between the federal forces and the Jubaland troops, blaming the federal government for provoking the violence. The party warned against using the National Army for political gain, saying it threatened unity and distracts from the fight against terrorism. It called for dialogue over the forces and resolving disputes with regional states. Meanwhile, the Federal Ministry of Internal Security accused Jubaland leader Ahmed Madobe of orchestrating attacks on federal forces. The clashes erupted after controversial appointment of Abdirashid Janan as Garowe's intelligence chief. The Council of Dhahar clan elders have called on Somali Ministry of Interior to maintain neutrality in ongoing efforts to establish the SSC Khaatumo administration. In a statement, the elders emphasized the importance of the federal government not taking sides in local political agreements and urged the minister to respect the will of the communities involved. They warned that any bias or interference could undermine peace and unity in the region and called for an inclusive, locally led process that upholds the principle of federalism and self-determination. The appeal comes amid growing sensitivity surrounding the formation of regional administrations in northern Somalia, particularly in areas like Sool, Sanaag, and Ain. The Minister of Women and Family Affairs of the Federal Government of Somalia, Ambassador Khadija Mohammed Al-Makhzoumi, today hosted a delegation from the UN Women at her office. The delegation was led by Dr. Ruqayya Mohammed, the new head of the UN Women Program in Somalia. Dr. Ruqayya Mohammed thanked the ministry for the warm welcome and reaffirmed UN Women's commitment to deepening cooperation, pledging to double efforts in supporting the ministry's mission. Minister Al-Makhzoumi welcomed the new program lead and outlined the ministry key priorities and upcoming initiatives, emphasizing the importance of collaborative efforts to advance women's empowerment and family welfare throughout Somalia. In other news, despite Israel declaring daily tactical pauses from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. for humanitarian purposes in areas like Al-Mawasi, Deir al-Balah, and Gaza City, at least 53 Palestinians have been killed in Israeli attacks, according to health officials. Additionally, 6 more Palestinians reportedly died from starvation. Israeli forces also seized the handler ship from the Freedom Flotilla, detained 21 crew members as they attempt to break the Israeli blockade on Gaza. Since the start of the war, Israel's assault on Gaza has killed at least 59,733 people and wounded 144,477, according to the local authorities. In Israel, 1,139 people were killed during the October 7, 2023 Hamas-led attacks, with over 200 taken hostage. That's all for today. We'll be back with more news updates. Until then, stay tuned with Weydii 252. Please do not forget to subscribe, like, and share. It's good night from us.